Hey guys, this is your host Tommy. Welcome back to another episode of Hood Tales. In today's story, I'm going to be talking about the craziest fight I've ever been in so far. It got me some stitches here and some staples on the top of my head. So without further ado, let's get into it. This might be a longer video, so if you got some gas to smoke, smoke that gas. If you got something to crush it up, snort a line. If you got a Xan to take, pop a Xan. Let's get into it. So, this took place pretty much exactly a year ago. Probably a week, not even, maybe like 5 days to this date. It happened. So basically, there's some characters, obviously. We got, my friend who had the home pass, Osama. We have my friend No Legs, Just Hands. He's in the Acid story. He's going to be in a fuck ton more of my stories. We've got Russ. And then we've got the Foolie. And then Aaron. Aaron's the only real name I'm using because fuck him. So, yeah. Anyways, nothing really exciting happened during the day. You know, just took some pictures with my homie who's Osama, and then chatted it up, and then we dipped, went back to my crib. Hung out. I went to go pick up Molly and weed. I bought 3 points of Molly and a cartridge. Yes, I know, a fucking street cartridge. I don't want to hear it in the comment section. Yes, a street cartridge. Anyways, so we towards the night we started driving around, chilling, smoking, all that fun shit. And so we all, we get this Addy, and it's upright, excuse me, it's, in a pretty nice neighborhood. The house isn't huge, it's not no mansion, but it's not no, kind of average, type house. So, I'll upload a video, of what the party looked like now. So as you guys can see, the party pretty big, or according to my standards. I've seen bigger parties, but not the worst party for sure, as terms as how many people there were and all that. So anyways, all of us are just in there. We're just chilling. And now, I guess a little background story on Aaron. Aaron, before he met Osama, he, at that point, all of us were more of acquaintances, I think. At least I could speak for myself. We were just, I would talk to him at school, and the only reason why I kind of talked to him is because if he had weed, he would smoke me out. So yeah. Anyways, so the party was cool. all that. Just kind of typical party, just people smoking, drinking, all that type of stuff. And now, all my friends except me and No Legs, were just inside. Everyone else went out in the backyard. So I don't know. I was on so much Molly, I don't remember why we went out the front door, but we went out the front door anyways. And as we're out there, we see Aaron and Osama kind of talking, and then they dap up. And my friend No Legs was like, hey, Osama, that's an op. And then Osama's like, for real? And No Legs is just like, yeah. And so without hesitation, Angel goes, pop! Against Aaron. And then me and No Legs run down there. We start fighting him. And then by then, the whole crowd moved out here because there was some other people outside as well. I don't know what they were doing outside, but there was like at least, I don't know. I'll show you in a video later on. It's a very short video, very short video. It's hard to tell. But when I'll put it at the end of this video. When you guys, when I'm in the, I'm skipping too far ahead. Anyways, so there's a group of people. They obviously make a bunch of noise and all that. Everyone else comes around, and the way we have this nigga on him, since we're jumping him, he's like, say this couch is a car, he's like this, right? Just like on it, can't move nowhere, can't none of that, and so I know for sure is me, Osama, and Foolie. I'm not sure about Russ if he was there. He probably was, but I don't know, because obviously he came home with us, but I wasn't sure if he was in the fight because we were all just focused on packing this nigga out. So, as we're, just being on it, it's literally just him against, 3-4 of us, just mop. And then, see, the thing is, though, I should have been paying attention to my surroundings more, or it might have just been my luck. But, and keep in mind, I'm so geeked off the Molly. I'm fucking geeked off the Molly, So, I'm just sitting there, and I remember it clearly, but all I felt was what felt like a punch hit my head, but like a very strong punch. Like if he had brass knuckles on or something. Not Aaron. He was still getting mopped. He got fucked up. But anyways, I just saw someone hit me really hard with brass knuckles, or someone can punch really fucking hard. And I fell down. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, you'll see in the story. It's hard to tell. The story is, not this story. The video is very short, like 5 seconds at most. So the only part you can really see me is get knocked down. But there's so many people out there, it's kind of easy to tell. It's kind of not. So with that, I will upload the video right now. If I can't find it, then obviously there's no video.
Oh my god!
So basically what happened after I got hit, I fell down on the ground. And then basically I hesitated for like a quick couple of seconds just to see if people were going to come around me and start stomping me out. Luckily, no one did. It looks like only Aaron had a couple of homies with him, so they were, I think they were still focused on that situation. And so I popped right back up, and then some guy, I have no clue who he was, but he was like, he's like, I want to fight. He's just screaming that. I was like, okay, I'll fight. Right after I got knocked out of the head. So I go in there, he hit me a couple times. I hit him more than me, So after that, I don't know how, again, I was focused on, fighting and not my surroundings, but somehow everyone started to disperse. And so everyone was still like so yeah, everyone started to disperse. I always leave my car unlocked when I go to a party because for situations like that or other serious situations, I don't have to worry about the keys, fumbling with them, or any of that. I just know I just open up the door, shut it, lock it, start it, dip. So, I think all my friends got into my car. They're still waiting on me, but I'm all discombobulated. I mean, I just got in a fight. I got a beer bottle broken on top of my head. I'm on Molly, fucking dehydrated as hell, so, and also, yeah, so I was, just looking out for my surroundings and all that, and then I just see Aaron out of nowhere with a fucking huge ass rock in his hand. See, do I have something to compare it to? Like this size, but a rock, and a lot thicker, obviously. But it was so heavy that and keep in mind, this kid's like 6'3", 6 something, over 6'2", that's for sure. But just he's over 6'2", but he's just all bones. He's no abs, no muscle, none of that, so when he tried to throw the rock, he didn't try to throw it, he tried to smash it. He tried to grab my head, so you can grab my head and go like that, but luckily I dodged out of the way, and then when he swung, it was or when he started swinging, I already hit him with a punch. I didn't care if I knocked him out or anything. I just wanted him to get farther back from me, so that way I have a little bit more space, because I was so close to my car. I was like, if I could just get a little separation of space, then I'll be fine. So, knocked him down. Luckily, he was still on the rock, so he tripped himself and fell down. So I ran to my car, started my car, and then we dipped down the road close to where the college is in Reno. We just pulled off there because I noticed I was bleeding. I was like, yo, I'm bleeding. Like, fuck. And I didn't want to make sure it wasn't my nose. So if it was my nose, I wouldn't have cared. I would just put some toilet paper or whatever and stop the bleeding. But it wasn't that. So I was like, fuck. And so my friend, all of us got out of the car. My what's his name? Sorry. Awful at coming up with nickname. No Legs. He was like, "Oh, bro, you're just bleeding from right here a little." That I was like, "Shit, how deep is it?" He was like, "I don't know." He was like, "You might need bandages, but I don't know." So I was like, "Okay, well, let's just go home, and if it is still profusely bleeding when I get home, then I'll go to the hospital." But then the Foolie, shouts out to him. He was like, "Let me." He was like, "Come here," and then he went, went like this and all that. And he was like, "Yo," he was like, "You have a huge gash in your." He was like, "You have a gash in your head." Now at this point, I know the Foolie likes to fuck around a lot. He always likes to joke and all that shit. So I was like I felt some blood there, So I was like, "Oh, okay, well he's right about that," but like I didn't think it was a deep cut, Like if I had heard it from someone else, then I would have believed it. But then so I was like, "Oh shit," and so I was like, "Take a picture." So he took a picture for me. I was like, "Oh fuck." And so at that point, he Foolie took off his shirt, wrapped it around my head, on some fucking military type shit to help stop the bleeding for a little bit. He was like, "If you feel nauseous or feel like throwing up, let me know, because that's not good. I don't know if that's true or not." And he was like, "And we're gonna take you to the hospital." So, first little bit was fine. I was still feeling fine, but again, also I was off the Molly, so I was just kind of still enjoying my high. That's how much like little pain I felt. I felt barely any pain at all. And then after that, went to the hospital. Well, they told me a story to give up because I'm on Molly. I'm awful, there's a group of people in here with me, so I got to come up with some story. So, because obviously I ain't no snitch, so I'm not going to tell. So I went in, and I just let Foolie do all the talking for me. Just I was like, "Yo, just come in with me. Tell him what happened, and that's that." So after that, sat me down in a chair, brought me back, took my vitals, put me back in a room, got my X-rays, all that just to make sure there wasn't internal bleeding or any broken bones or I don't know stuff, typical shit. And then they brought me back to my uh, room, and then I sat there for like 3 hours. Uh, they were able to stop the bleeding before I went back in there. But like, which was cool. But like, I'm on Molly, so like, if you're on Molly, you want to touch your body, feel everything's all right. And I went like this, and I was like, I was like, oh, that scared the living. It freaked the fuck out of me. I was like, oh my god. Like, because I didn't want to feel how deep it was, because I knew it would freak me out. Even though it didn't hurt, just knowing that I have a huge gash in my head would freak me out. Anyways, so after a while they come back in, stitch up here, and then they put staples, and then I have to wait like another 3 hours until I can be discharged. I let No Legs take everyone home and everyone back to my apartment in my car. So I just said, just have your ringer on and all that, and when I call, then I'm ready to get picked up. And so call, pick up, and drive back. So basically, that was the craziest fight I've ever been in. It was a crazy story. It was a funny story. Yeah, I might have taken a small L, but Aaron took the biggest L. That's for damn sure. I mean, like, it was just like, it could have been anyone he hit the beer bottle on top of someone's head. But hey, you know what? I'm glad it's me, So, I'm still here. I'm still alive. It really don't matter. Lesson to you kids out there. If you're going out to a party, you have beef with someone. Or if you're going to get in a fight and you know it for sure, always wear a hat. Always wear a hat. So that way, if a beer bottle does get smashed over your head, you have a hat on. So it will probably not get any glass on your head, maybe here, but you know what I mean. So, yeah, that's that just a crazy story. So that's pretty much about it. Guys, make sure to follow my Twitter and Instagram, hood dot tales for both usernames. Links are in the description for Instagram and Twitter. Help me get my followers up there. I post polls up there to see which story would you guys rather hear next. So without further ado, I will catch you guys in the next video. Deuces.
No, hold on.